Chris. No way to sugarcoat that. That's a bad loss last night for the Nationals, blowing that 3-0 lead.
That's a terrible loss. That's a game you got to win. I know I know it's Jeremy Hellickson, but that game you got to win. Go ahead.
You got to win that one. But I mean, and people are saying, everybody like on the local, they're saying that they're missing three starting players and all that. But that doesn't mean the bullpen should go in there and throw the game away. You know what I'm saying?
And you can't figure. You know what? And Dave Martinez, is he getting any abuse down in D.C. right now?
He's not getting not really. He's not getting anything yet. They're a little. There was a thing about him overusing the bullpen a little bit.
Ryan Madsen used them all last week in all those games and pitched 3 days in a row against the Mets and had nothing left in that Wednesday night. I'll be a little worried about him. And, last night, can you bunt first and second, nobody out, top of the ninth? Is that asking too much?
He couldn't get the bunt down. He let two go by.
Yeah, but he let the first one go by. He didn't get the bunt down. He was swinging in the first pitch. Bunt the ball there for crying out loud.
Yeah, absolutely, But, knowing them, they wouldn't have scored anyway. But you got to give yourself a chance.
Got to get that tying one to third base there.
But that bullpen, that middle bullpen, before you get to Kinsler, Madsen, and Doolittle, they got four guys in there that I really have no confidence in. Solis and Grace and Sean Kelly. They go in, and it's like you're just holding your breath. It's something that they might get out of it, and they seem to cough it up too many times.
Fair point. The Nationals, I'd be a little worried about them. They have not played that well.
No.
They should have won that third game in New York. I know they won the one game against the Mets, 6-1 down. I get it. But they should have completed the deal. And after they got Scherzer winning against Kershaw in the first game, they need to figure out a way to win that series against the Dodgers. Go ahead.
Now they play the Giants. They got to win all three to come back over 500. And they won't sweep.
They won't sweep the Giants. They might win two, but they won't sweep them. You're right.
They could win two, but the way they're going. It could be like one of those years, like you say. Sometimes it's just not going to fire. And it's too early to say that now, but it's got the look of
I agree with that.
A team having a bad season.
Good
so
point,
far.
Mark. Excellent. Yeah. Right on top of it as usual. It is a bad look for the Nationals. I agree with that 100%. You do get a bad feel. They can't get healthy, number one. You get a little bit of a bad feel. John in Cleveland, he's with us here on Mad Dog Unleashed. Johnny, good afternoon. How are you today, pal?
Good, Chris. How are you?
Fine, John. Thank you, pal. What's on your mind now? Let me hear.
Hey, Chris, couple of things. Last week you were talking about the bucket list. You named, I heard like the first two or three things and I lost you. What were the rest of them?
I go back and think now. Bucket list, Auburn, Alabama. I have been to an Ohio State, Michigan game, so I'm not going to give you that. Auburn, Alabama, the Augusta, Wimbledon, French Open, Australian Open. I've been to a lot. I've been to Fenway. I've been to Wrigley. I've been to all the baseball parks. I've been to Lambeau. Right. I've been to Lambeau. I've been to South Bend.
All right.
The Derby and the Indianapolis 500 don't mean that much to me. You think I should be at one of those two things, correct?
Definitely the Kentucky Derby. It's not called the best 2 minutes in sports for nothing. It's unbelievable to be down there. You would love it. It's fantastic.
I can't see myself loving that Derby. I just can't. Dave in San Diego, California, Mad Dog Unleashed. Dave, welcome. How are you?
Doggy, how are you, buddy?
Fine, David. Thank you. Let me hear what's on your mind. Take it away.
Hey, a couple things. First of all, I think that's awesome. Tim, you got to enjoy that. To do that for your kid and to be able to watch him enjoy.
I probably spoiled him a little too much, but and if the game was just it was at a perfect time. Saturday at 5:00 in the afternoon. They're up 3-0, so no matter what, it's not the end of the world. And he is a legit, no doubt about it, every basket, every game, even in college, Pelicans fan. And this is not a fly-by-night guy. This is a kid, October Kings he's watching. So that's why I did it. Go ahead. Let me hear.
Well, listen, my son's a Giants fan, and I'm a Mets fan from New York. And so we went to the Giants-Angels Friday night, and same thing. He's 14. He plays baseball, but just to see him root for every play, for his team, it's just one of those things as a dad. It's pretty cool is that your son's involved in something like that.
Good point.
So, real quick on Danny Farquhar, you mentioned. I know Danny personally. Just
do you really?
Works out and off.
Okay.
Yeah, he works out in the off season and at a gym where my son works out and where I was a part part owner of. And all these stories you're hearing from the tweets of his ex-teammates and wherever he's played, Chris, I'm telling you, he is generally the most nicest guy you'll ever meet. Big golfer, golfs on Wednesday morning men's club when he's here. I happen to know a couple other MLB guys, good people, but this guy has a heart of gold. He works hard. He's never given up. When we heard the news Saturday morning, I heard it Saturday morning. I think all of us were in shock.
Was it Friday night? Maybe it was Friday night. This happened.
No, it happened. Yeah, it happened Friday night. But we were at the Angel game. We didn't hear anything, and then I got the text, and I happen to be in the medical industry, so I know exactly what that aneurysm is and the severity of it. And it's. But this guy, guys, if there's anyone out there in baseball you're rooting for, I know there's a lot of good people who go through the minors and work hard. But Danny Fargeier is a true man, a great guy. So I wish him the best, and I hope everyone else can kind of jump in as well.
Good job by David in San Diego. We continue here on Mad Dog Unleashed.